Hi guys, it is Sarah. I am back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. So we are going to do a video, kind of like a life lesson video of things that I have learned in my years of life that I have been on this planet. So, this is going to be 20 things I've learned in 20 years. So here we go. Lesson 1 is that not everyone is going to like you. That kind of goes along with you can't please everybody that you meet. Not everyone's going to get along with you. Not everyone's going to be as pleasant as you. Anything along those lines. Lesson number 2 is it's okay to cry sometimes. When I was younger, of course, I used to cry a ton from like childhood and stuff. I had a very rough childhood. And I would cry all the time. And of course, I was always told crying is horrible. Don't cry. And it took me until like 2 years ago to say, okay, it's okay to cry sometimes. Sometimes you need to. And I've been doing a lot of that lately, the past several months. So, yeah, it's okay to cry sometimes. Definitely. Lesson number 3 is live up to your own expectations. So this also ties in with it doesn't matter what other people think, it's what you think of yourself. So if you're like me, you have extremely high expectations for yourself. Like, I tend to set goals for long term, like about 10 years in advance. And I expect myself to be at that point in 10 years. And if I'm not, then I'm mad. And I've been really good at sticking to those goals. I've always been really goal oriented. And I always live up to my own expectations. I don't expect people to do anything in return. I don't expect to live up to anybody's expectations. That actually has taken me years to say. But at the end of the day, we do care what people think of us, even though people close to you might care more of what they think of you compared to, like, someone you would go to work with, a coworker. A coworker, you could end up being good friends with them or not, but coworkers are not always, like, the nicest. Anyway, that's lesson number 3 is live up to your own expectations. Lesson number 4 is there's nothing wrong with asking for help. If you have any kind of idea of my life, you would know that I've never asked for help. I've always been really stubborn with it. Very independent. I'm an extremely independent person, and it's kind of a curse with me. I always think of it as a curse because, if I need help, I try to figure it out myself. I'm kind of weird like that. And then I've realized there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Whether it's like you're depressed, you are really suicidal, there's nothing wrong with getting help. And I honestly wish I would have done that much earlier in life. I would have probably been in maybe a little different mental state as I am now. Lesson number 5 is it's okay not to be okay. So if you're having a bad day, if you are just emotionally a wreck, like I've been these past pretty much my whole entire life, like if you're not okay some days, it's okay not to be okay. Not everyone is gonna have the best life ever and never be sad. So just remember that. Remember that I said that. So, number 6, life lesson. This is a little bit hard for me to admit. Don't take your anger out on someone. Don't lash out at people who didn't do anything that you're angry about. I've been doing this since I was a child. Like, ever since I started talking, I would blame it. I would lash out at other people that didn't even do the specific thing I was mad about. I just want to get it out at somebody. And I'm working on it. I need to do much better at what I'm doing right now because I still do that, and I feel like it's me being defensive, and I've always been really defensive, saying, like, I'll just make fun of someone out of the blue, and I'll be like, oh God, did I say that? And then I end up having to apologize later because I'm like, I was mad, I lashed out at you, it wasn't your fault. Like, I would always have to say that. So don't lash out at people even if you're angry. Basically. Okay, this is number 7. So, breaking up with someone might be the hardest thing you'll ever do. If you've been in a long-term relationship like I've been in one 3 years ago, the hardest thing for me was to break it off with that person. And I'll get into a further video on it, but it was so difficult for me to do. I literally just sucked it up and said, okay, I can't keep living like this. I can't keep getting in this toxic relationship, knowing that he crossed a line, he cheated on me, and I'm thinking it's okay. So, in short, just, if you have to dump someone because of something they did to you, because of something that you don't like, and you just keep putting up with it, and you just can't take it, like I did, just dump them. It is very difficult. It may be hard for you to move on from it, but I've moved on. I've been moved on for a couple years now. And now I've kind of just been like, it happened. It's fine. Well, it's not fine, but that is probably the hardest thing you'll ever do. And even if you break up with multiple people like I have, no matter how much you liked them or loved them, it's going to be hard. I was a little longer than I thought. Okay, so it's okay to be a nerd. It's okay to be weird, basically. Everyone is different, not everyone's the same. If we were all the same, we'd be boring. So, it's okay to be a nerd, it's okay to be different. I've always known that I was different. Okay, so, if you're in pain, physically or mentally, or if you're just, physically in pain, mentally in pain, like if you think you have depression, if you have a lot of anxiety, tell someone. I never did until I was much older, until I was a teenager, that I decided, I might need to see someone about this. Tell a trusted adult, tell really anyone that will listen to you, because there are people that don't listen, and they just think you're crazy, which is when I would report that stuff, and people would say, you're nuts, don't talk to me about it. So, don't listen to them. Find someone you trust, because obviously, you shouldn't trust people like that. Don't take insults personally. This actually really hurts me to say this. I take things extremely personally, no matter how severe or mild it is when people say stuff to me. Like, that personally hurts me. I am extremely sensitive to that stuff. Like, I've been bullied my whole entire life. I still do get bullied on occasion in my adult life, because I'm in college. And there have been things people have said, and I'm a doormat about everything when it comes to this. Of course, I don't know why I'm explaining this to the internet, but I'm a doormat. I'm a complete doormat. I completely admit it. I've always known that I've never been able to stand up for myself. I'm working on that. I'm just too afraid that if I stand up for someone, people are gonna lash out at me even more. That's what I've always had a fear of, and it's probably not true. Anyone who is bullying you is much worse off than you are. They definitely do have probably self-esteem issues. That would be number 11. And number 10 was the don't take insults personally. Number 12, don't try to fit in when you were born to stand out. That pretty much goes without saying. And that's something that I've tried so hard to fit in when I didn't fit in. I still don't fit in anywhere. Except the internet. Okay. Life lesson number 13 is there may not be good in everyone. You know that old saying, there's good in everyone? No, there isn't. I've discovered that for myself multiple times. Life lesson number 14, don't give people the satisfaction of knowing they did you wrong. So if they did you wrong, don't let them let you know they did you wrong. Don't. I don't know how to explain that one. Life lesson number 15 is admit it when you make a mistake. Nobody's perfect. Exactly. Nobody is perfect. I wrote these down myself, and that's what I'm looking at mostly. Okay. Sorry, my head's like in the way, like all the time in this video. Okay. Number 16. This is my most hard one to say. It's probably gonna make me cry a little bit. Being abused in any way, shape, or form is never your fault, and there's nothing wrong with you. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but that's like really, really not big of me to say, but I mean, it really hurts me to say that, and I'll talk about it in another video. Fact number 17, it's okay not to be popular in school. You may end up better than the popular kids in school when you're older. True. I feel like I've gotten so much better than them. Fact number 18, let your inner fangirl out. I was a directioner. I'm still a directioner. Have been since 2010. I hid it in high school because I didn't want to cause a ruckus, even though I did, my directioner friends knew that I'm a directioner, and they've known that since like I've been in school, since One Direction was a thing. I'm not ashamed of it. I was ashamed of it when I was in high school, but now I'm not. It's okay to be single. Life lesson number 19. It's okay to be single. You don't need to be in a relationship all the time. I was in multiple relationships before I discovered that. Okay, so number 20, life lesson number 20 is don't waste your time on someone who isn't worth it. So don't waste any time on anyone who isn't worth it. Alright, that's the end of this video. I'm sorry I haven't made a video for so long. It's been forever. It's been 2 weeks. I feel like it's been forever. I've had health issues. I've had, like, so many shit things happening. Not like shit, but I mean, like, I've had some bad health issues going on. I've been off birth control for a while. I've had a lot of health issues. I'll get up to that, like, in another video. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.